best quotes of all time, where the greatest quotes on the planet become your superpower.
A body without pain, a mind without turmoil. The true happiness of humans is just that much. Epicure. In the fast-paced flow of modern life, people often chase after external goals and forget to listen to themselves. However, if we pause for a moment, we will realize a simple yet profound truth. Happiness, ultimately, does not lie in grand things, but is encapsulated in two seemingly very ordinary matters: a body without pain and a mind without turmoil. When the body is healthy, each breath becomes lighter, each step more steady on the journey of life. That body is like fertile soil, stable enough for the soul to blossom with clear thoughts, untormented by illness or constant fatigue. And when the mind is serene, not swept into the whirlwind of anxiety or competition, one truly touches inner freedom. A tranquil mind is like a calm lake reflecting the clear blue sky. Even if the world outside is noisy and stormy, inside remains balanced and clear-headed. At that point, joy doesn't need to be sought far away, but naturally arises from small things: a peaceful morning, a warm cup of tea, a moment fully lived with oneself. In reality, happiness is not a distant destination, nor is it the endless accumulation of fame, fortune, or material things. It is the harmonious state between body and mind, between very human needs and a deep understanding of oneself. When the body is free from pain and the mind is free from confusion, one naturally feels content, at peace, and that life is more worth living than ever. That is simple but enduring happiness, the kind of happiness anyone can reach if they know to turn inward and listen to themselves. Happiness is knowing what you truly need and having what you need. The things you truly need and already have might be very simple things around you. Waking up one morning feeling healthy, without pain, and gazing at a flower blooming by the window. Enjoying a delicious and warm meal with loved ones, sipping a hot cup of tea with a close friend to chat and confide in each other. Author unknown. It could be waking up one morning, the body feeling light, without pain, without fatigue, simply sensing steady breaths and sunlight filtering through the window. In that moment, a flower blooming by the porch is enough to soothe the heart, reminding us that life is still unfolding beautifully in silence. Happiness can also lie in a warm meal with loved ones, where no delicacies are needed, just full presence and everyday stories filled with love. And sometimes, happiness is simply sitting across from a confidant, savoring a hot cup of tea, letting time slow down amid sincere confidences. No judgment, no scheming, just empathy and understanding, quietly flowing through each glance. Those seemingly small moments are the golden threads connecting people to deep inner peace. When we realize we don't need too much to feel content, don't need to rush to feel happy, life suddenly becomes lighter. Happiness, ultimately, is when we cherish what we have and realize that what we need most has often been right beside us for a long time. Thoughts are like the captain of a ship. They control every word, action, every activity, behavior, and way of conducting yourself. Good thoughts will help you know what should be done and what shouldn't, what should be learned and what shouldn't, what should be said and what shouldn't, what should be known and what shouldn't. Author unknown. Amid the vast ocean of life, storms are never absent, but it is thinking that serves as the rudder to keep us on course. When thoughts are clear, one is not easily swept away by fleeting emotions or chaotic external influences. Conversely, just one misguided thought is enough to veer the ship off course, crashing into unwanted shores. Good thinking is not about thinking a lot, but thinking correctly. It helps us clearly distinguish between what should be done and what to avoid, between true value and temporary temptation. Thanks to proper thinking, we choose the path that suits us, learn what needs to be learned to grow, and courageously let go of things that only weigh down the mind. When the mind is clear, words naturally become measured, actions become calm, and behavior becomes gentle, full of compassion. A healthy thought is also like a lamp lighting the way in the dark. It helps us understand that not everything needs to be said, not everything is worth competing over, and not every piece of knowledge needs to be possessed at all costs. Knowing just enough of some things brings peace, while knowing too much sometimes only adds confusion to the mind. When thoughts are nurtured by awareness and understanding, one becomes more steadfast in the face of life's changes. Training thoughts is how we learn to master ourselves. When the captain steers steadily, the ship navigates storms while staying on course. And when thoughts are illuminated by wisdom and kindness, life naturally becomes lighter, deeper, and more worth living. As long as you still have confidence in yourself, others will still believe in you. Cynda Williams. When you still believe in yourself, the world still has reason to believe in you. Confidence is not loud, not showy, but like a small flame burning quietly inside, enough to illuminate each step and warm you in your most unsteady moments. When you stand firm in your belief, your gaze will have serenity, your words will carry weight, and your actions will exude certainty. That is what makes others sense reliability, even when you don't need to prove anything. Conversely, when faith in yourself wavers, the world around you gradually becomes doubtful, not because others deliberately turn away, but because they sense the hesitation, the uncertainty hidden behind every word and gesture. Belief is like an invisible thread. You hold it firmly in your hand, and others feel secure, grasping the other end. If you yourself doubt your own value, it's hard to expect others to see the good in you. Confidence does not mean arrogance or thinking yourself better than others. It is understanding who you are, what you can do, and accepting your own limitations. When you live true to your abilities, without pretense, without forcing, that confidence becomes genuine and enduring. It doesn't need to be grand, just enough for you to stand firm against storms and not lose yourself in others' gazes. Hold on to belief in yourself, like holding a lamp in the night. As long as that lamp still shines, the path ahead, no matter how dark, is no longer frightening. And when you still believe in yourself, the world will still have reason to believe in you. There is always hope for those who calmly reflect on life. Katherine Logan. In the ceaseless flow of life, it's hard for people to avoid moments of fatigue, deadlock, and confusion. However, amid those busyness, there always exists a gentle escape for those who know to pause and calmly reflect. Because when the mind is still calm enough to look deeply into oneself and life, hope is always present, no matter how faint or silent. Being calm does not mean escaping reality, but facing it with a heart unperturbed by fear and haste. When people stop reacting hastily to events, they begin to see the essence of the problem instead of just the pain. It is in that moment of settling that we realize every difficulty carries a meaning, a lesson, or at least an opportunity to grow. Calmness is like a still water surface. Only when the waves subside can we see the depths and orient the path ahead. Hope does not come from grand things, but often sprouts from understanding oneself. When we know to accept limitations, forgive mistakes, and believe that everything will have a solution, the soul becomes lighter. From that stillness, faith is gradually rekindled, helping one have enough patience to continue, even if slowly but steadily. Amid life's ceaseless changes, those who know to calmly reflect are the ones holding the key to hope. When the mind is at peace, the intellect is clear. The path ahead, though foggy, is no longer frightening, and it is in that tranquility that one finds the strength to continue living, continue believing, and continue loving this life.